The Milwaukee Bucks have won the race to 50 wins in the NBA and right now are my favorite to come out of the Eastern Conference, and they're only getting better as the year progresses. Behind Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's having another top-tier MVP candidate season, Jrue Holiday, still a dog. He's always been a dog, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Great passer as well. He's really transformed into a true combo guard. And then Khris Middleton, who has gotten better and better throughout the year as he continues to get reacclimated after the injury. Brook Lopez has revived himself. And then Bobby Portis has been playing very good basketball as the fan favorite. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I'm going to tell you why I think the Milwaukee Bucks are the favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference, the first team to 50 wins, best team in the league, best record in the league. They've jumped up to the number one spot in the Eastern Conference. They've jumped, that 16-game win streak or whatever it was definitely helped them out a lot, but right now they're looking at like the best team in the East. Third defensive rating, ninth in opponents' points per game, so the defense is elite. The offense is not quite there yet, but they're still getting better, and they're still adding some more pieces. We're going to start off today's video by talking about the big moves that they have made here as of late. First, bringing in Jay Crowder at the deadline in 11 games. He's averaging 6 points and 4.2 rebounds. A guy that has been there and done that down the stretch. Been to a lot of playoff games. 48% from the field, 40% from three, 19 minutes per game. Good defender, can shoot it. Can do really what you need him to. One of those glue guys that you need to have on an NBA championship team. And then this year they just brought in Goran Dragic, who in 51 games, averaging about 6.5 points a game. He is getting up there, nowhere near what we saw the Goran in Miami, where he basically carried them along with Jimmy Butler in the bubble. 43% from the field, 35% from three for Goran Dragic, though. Now, the best player in the league is potentially Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's a debate right now between Tatum, Antetokounmpo, Kevin Durant, Jokic, Luka. There's a lot of guys right now that you can make a case for. But Giannis, 31.5 points per game. About 12 rebounds a night, 5.5 or so assists, 54% from the field, 28% from three, 65% from the free throw line is a little rough. If he actually took his time, developed a free throw shot, a good one that he could rely on, 80% or so, he'd be averaging 35, 36 a game. But he's a true two-way star, stealing a block per game as well as the 32 points a night. And could he win the MVP? Let's look at it here for a second. The top MVP candidates, I just mentioned them, but we'll go over them again. Giannis, Kevin Durant, now on the Phoenix Suns, of course. Nikola Jokic, who right now is the favorite to win his third straight MVP award. And then Luka Doncic down in Dallas. Now, Luka, KD, they're kind of out of the equation due to injuries and whatnot. But right now, the MVP race, in my opinion, because they're the three best teams in the league between Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis. Four best teams, But those are the four MVP candidates right now. It's really between Giannis and Jokic, though, the two top teams in each conference, and they're really getting carried by one superstar. The MVP race, let's take a look at it here. 25.6 points per game for Jokic, 11-12 rebounds a night, 10 assists, so accounting for about 46 points a night, depending on where those assists go to. And then Giannis, 31.4 points per game, 5.5 assists, so averaging about 42 points accounted for per night. Again, depending on where those assists go, but Giannis shooting at 54% from the field, averaging a steal, a block, much better defender than Jokic, while Jokic is much better from the field, 62%, and dang near 40% from three, and he also gets 1.4 steals per game. We know Jokic is never going to be a rim protector, but we do get to watch his wildly majestic dunks that he does, where he looks like the most unathletic person to ever touch a basketball. And then finally here, taking a look at the records, Jokic and the Nuggets have the best record in the NBA's Western Conference, which is, a little bit more competitive than the East, but everybody plays everybody anyway, so I don't know what the big deal about that is. And then the Bucks and Giannis, first team to 50 wins, best record in the Eastern Conference. Now, a guy that has really started to come to play for them every night, working back from injury, Khris Middleton. He has missed the entire playoff run last year, and then a large majority of this year. He's only played in 26 games, But he's getting better and better every night. He's up to almost 15 points a night on 43% shooting from the field, 32% from three. And we know prime Middleton is a lot better than those numbers. He's a guy that really helps him out. They started winning when he got back. Usually he's their closer down the stretch in the playoffs. Jrue Holiday can do it a little bit as well, but a guy that will normally give you about 25 and 5 on 44% shooting from the field, 37% from three. So he is an elite player, and Milwaukee really needs him, as seen in the playoffs last year. Now the elite clamps that the Bucks can bring to the table every single night with Brook Lopez and company, 15.5 points per game for Lopez, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 blocks per game. Honestly, you could also say this is Jrue Holiday and company, but Brook Lopez has really revived his career in the NBA, really changed up his game, 52% from the field, 38% from three in 30 minutes per night. So great defensive center now all of a sudden, kind of came out of nowhere there. Jrue Holiday, 19.3 points a game, 7.2 assists, 5.4 rebounds, elite defender, and as I mentioned earlier, does so much for them as a combo guard, really running the offense, but can also score it very well. 47% from the field for him, 38% from three, 1.2 steals per game there. And then the fan favorite, Bobby Portis, who has missed some time this year, but when he's out there, he balls out. About 14 points a game, 10.2 rebounds, and 1.8 assists per night for Bobby, shooting it pretty efficiently from the field as well. Here, 50%, 34% from three, so the three-point percentage has dropped, but still very good overall from the field. Now, another key component to this Bucks team is their bench depth, their bench guards. They've added onto this with Goran. Jay Crowder helps the bench depth out a lot as well, but Javon Carter, averaging about 7.6 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 2.6 assists, is a very good backup point guard for the Bucks. Really does a lot of the same stuff that Jrue Holiday can do on the defensive side of the ball. Maybe not as elite of a defender, but 43% from the field, 42% from three on the offensive side of the ball as well. And then Grayson Allen, the best shooter on the team, at least in my opinion, 10 points per game, 3.6 rebounds, 2.6 assists per game. And he backs up that claim with his three-point percentage, where he shoots at about 41% from beyond the arc, 45% from the field overall in 27 minutes per game. Now, the outlook for this Bucks team, is as follows. Nobody really challenging them right now for first place in the East. I mean, I guess Philadelphia, they are on a surge. They've won 8 in a row or something crazy like that. But 2 games back, and then Boston is about 3 games back, and then Cleveland, New York. Probably need to make a Knicks video because they are balling right now. But the Bucks have complete control of first place and a little 2-game cushion to work with going forward. So, they can afford maybe to drop some games, even though they don't really need to. But wrapping up that 1 seed is going to be favorable going in. You'll probably play like an Atlanta, Toronto, somebody like that. Or maybe Chicago makes a run. But either way, you should be just fine in the first round. Looking at the upcoming schedule, you got 3 easy wins against Toronto, San Antonio, and Utah. So looking at 53-20, heading into a matchup with the other best team in the NBA, the Denver Nuggets, and then you play at Detroit, at Indiana. So 5 of your next 6 games should be easy dubs. Then you got Boston and Philadelphia. That's a little tougher, ending the season out with Washington, Chicago, Memphis, and Toronto. So a very easy schedule coming up for this Bucks team, and I think they will be just fine. Khris Middleton's going to continue to acclimate, continue to get back to that role that he's always played. Giannis, Jrue Holiday are going to continue to ball out. Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez going to give him good minutes off the bench. It's a very well-rounded team. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button and leave me a comment down below, as it really helps out in the YouTube algorithm. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video.